the mic, bringing you the lightning hype. Let's go. Who's gonna stop us now? Who's gonna stop us now? Thunder rising, we ain't backing down. No way, no way. Who's gonna stop us now? Who's gonna stop us now? Tampa Bay Lightning, we own this town. Heaven on the blue line, straight fire. Clutch with the magic, takes you higher. Points got the vision, seeing bread is food. You're about to witness something hectic, crazy. Who's gonna stop us now? Who's gonna stop us now? Thunder rising, we ain't backing down. No way, no way. Who's gonna stop us now? Who's gonna stop us now? Tampa Bay Lightning, we own this town. Run through walls for the squad. Run through walls for the squad. Shooter and Schooley got your back. We the Thunder, that's a fact, true. Who's gonna stop us now? Who's gonna stop us now? Thunder rising, we ain't backing down. No way, no way. Who's gonna stop us now? Who's gonna stop us now? Tampa Bay Lightning, we own this town. What we do? Who's gonna stop us now? Nobody. Who's gonna stop us now? Nobody. Thunder rising.
Hey, welcome to a special edition of With Thunder. It's Shooter. It's Thomas Schooley. I can't tell if he's frozen or it's just messaging people on his phone, letting people know that the schedule is here. So this is not going to be a full episode. We're just going to go real quick into the schedule. I have not seen it. I downloaded it. I'm going to share it. I haven't, and I think I posted it on our Twitter, but I have not actually looked at the schedule beyond that first game on October 9th versus New York Islanders opening night here. So let's.
Ottawa.
Was it Ottawa? I told you.
Yeah.
I told you. I haven't looked. Okay.
It's Ottawa. That's definitely one can check other two other.
Well, let's take a look. We'll switch over, and there is the schedule that is out there. The image, kind of tough to read though, so we're gonna switch over to the media schedule and show you what that looks like. So hold on just a second. And again, my first time. Thomas Schooley's gone over this schedule probably 40 times by now. It came out at 1 o'clock, so he's had 2 hours and 10 minutes to digest this whole thing. So there it is, the full schedule. I'm just going to go down game by game and read it out loud, and you pause me if you have any comments as we kind of go through here. Okay, does that work?
Well, yeah. The first 9 days was already have a comment.
I caught part of that. Your audio is horrible right now for some reason.
This one's better.
Yeah, maybe we'll just mute you. No, I'm just kidding. All right, so we talked about it. Thursday, October 9th, 7 o'clock, opening night. Ottawa Senators coming to town. Big night, October 9th. That's a Thursday, so that'll be the first game of the season. Thomas, will you be there? Will you be in attendance?
Yes, and then 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. Not any. There's a couple 7:30s sprinkled in there. I'm assuming those are our nationally televised games, so we'll get to those. All right, Saturday, October 11th, we got New Jersey coming to town. Again, another 7 o'clock game. Monday, the Bolts go October 13th to Boston for their first road trip of the season, it looks like. So they've got Boston, Washington, Detroit, and Columbus over, it looks like, about a week span. So
all back-to-back games.
Oh, yeah. 13th, 14th, Boston, Washington. 17th, 18th, Detroit, Columbus. So we're going to get some JoJo right off the bat here.
I see Serena echoing. I echo myself.
I'm on
one.
really bad. I don't hear an echo. That's so weird.
I'm on one of my sisters.
laptop if it's not at home. Maybe try this.
Is that echoing just me or just Thomas or all of us? Let us know. This will be real quick anyway, so. All right, continuing on Thursday, October 20th.
Oh, one other October. That's my birthday. So maybe a watch party.
Okay. Set it up. Set it up. Who wants to host We the Thunder's first watch party of the season? Also, Thomas Schooley's birthday. Let us know. Reach out at We the Thunder Pod. Let's see what else. Just Thomas. Always the troublemaker here, Thomas Schooley. Always the troublemaker. Switching over to the extreme close-up camera. We like that. All right, let's see. We've got Chicago, Connor Bedard, and the return of Coach Blashill and his Chicago Blackhawks, the 23rd at 7 o'clock. We got a Saturday evening game, 5 o'clock, Anaheim Ducks come to town. And then the next night, Sunday, not even night, it's going to be a evening game, 5 o'clock as well. We'll have Vegas come into town, so that'll be a fun weekend with both Anaheim and Vegas coming to town. And then we've got a Thursday, we fly up to Nashville, October 28th for a one-off in Nashville, and then back home on October 30th. By the way, that Nashville game's a 7:45 start time. What's up with that?
Yeah, which would be 6:45 Nashville time. So I'm wondering if they're having some kind of
triple header. It's a triple header, then I bet. We're the first game. No, I don't know. That's a weird one. 7 o'clock, Dallas comes to town. Then first trip out west. If you wanted to go to Utah this season, you're going to have to go November 2nd. It is a day game, a 3:30 game. So their time, that's like a 12:30 game, right? Sunday, November 2nd at Utah. Colorado, 9:30 our time, November 4th, Thursday. We've got Vegas. So that's a nice little mountain road trip there at the beginning of November. November 8th, Washington. The 12th, we've got the Rangers coming to town for the first time. And then our first trip down to Sunrise is November 15th. That's a Saturday, 6 p.m. By the way, I'm just seeing the schedule for the first time myself. That is why I'm going line by line here. And then we've got Vancouver coming to town. And this is right around, I don't know my actual date for Thanksgiving, but we're getting close to Thanksgiving time here. I don't know what day it is this year, but we've got Vancouver coming to town. Edmonton comes to town. One trip on a Saturday up to D.C. Again, second trip to D.C. Already. And then back here on Monday, the 24th for Philly. Wednesday, the 26th for Calgary. And I wonder if that must be the week of Thanksgiving. So that Wednesday game is, I believe, the day before Thanksgiving with Calgary in town. Always a fun game.
I believe Detroit is Black Friday.
That sounds
I'm echoing still.
I don't hear an echo, so maybe
It's got to be off of yours if I'm doing on both devices.
Let's just do facial reactions from Thomas on the schedule. Let's see, where are we at? We were at Thanksgiving, Black Friday at Detroit. Thomas is going to bring me up there for that game, I think. 1 o'clock. It's a day game. Another early game on Black Friday. We've got the Rangers and then the Islanders Saturday, November 29th, Tuesday, December 2nd. So the team's going to get a couple days to hang out in New York. And then Pittsburgh and then the Islanders come here at the beginning of December 4th and 6th. Monday, December 8th, the team makes their first trip to Canada. Let me scroll up here. Whoa, wrong button. Shoots. Let's scroll up here and see who we're going to see in Toronto. We've got Toronto first, a 7:30 game. That must be nationally televised on a Monday night. We've got Montreal, New Jersey, and then the Islanders, and then Florida, the reigning back-to-back champs, first time in our barn on Monday, December 15th. That's going to be a huge game. We got to be there for that one. We've got LA coming to town that week, Carolina coming to town, St. Louis coming to town, and then a one-off at Florida after the Christmas holiday break. So we get a little break there after St. Louis comes to town, but then we got to take off to Sunrise for one against the Panthers. Coming back to Amalie for Montreal for one game to close out the year. It looks like we will be on the road for New Year's Eve, so there will not be a New Year's Eve game here in Tampa. But if you want to go celebrate with the Bolts, you can go to Southern California because they'll be playing the Ducks, it looks like. And then you can do a nice little back-to-backer there because they've got L.A. on the 1st. So you can celebrate your New Year with the Bolts in Southern California if you want to go that way. Then they take that trip up the coast to San Jose for a Saturday afternoon game, 4 o'clock our start time, but locally that will be a much earlier game. It'll be a noon game, well, 1 o'clock game. And then on to the rest of January, Colorado comes into town. That is a weird spot in the schedule. So we're on the road out west. We come back June 6th for one game in Colorado, and then we got 5 more on the road. That's a brutal part of the schedule right here. Philadelphia back-to-back, a Saturday and a Monday. Pittsburgh, and then they go over to St. Louis, and then they go to Dallas. That is a brutal part of the schedule. A trip to Canada, back home for – no, wait. So here's the span from the December. They go to Canada, home for 4, down to Florida, home for 1, out west for 3, and then they come home for 1, and then they go on this 5-game road trip just to come home for 1, and then on the road for 2 more. So that's going to be a tough stretch for any team, really. And then we've got Utah at home. So this is a nice 6-game home streak here. Utah, Winnipeg, Boston. That is the game that we will be at Raymond James Stadium for February 1st. TBA. I bet that game starts about 9 o'clock local time. Buffalo, Florida. So at least it's nice. We're kind of home wrapped around that stadium series. Then they do go up to Carolina, and then Buffalo comes down here. And in the middle of all this in February is a 2-week break for the Olympics, right?
Yeah. Do me a favor. Put yourself real quick. Hello. So it's you I'm echoing off of. It's your audio I'm echoing off of. Me coming out of your speakers is playing back into the show because you usually wear headphones. There is no echo while you're muted.
Do you want me to blow your mind? I have headphones on. I don't know how that's possible. It's probably the platform. These streaming platforms suck. Let me see if I can change it real quick to a different output here so you can speak a little bit. And by the way, we're not going to be on for long here. I've got some meetings to attend shortly, but let's try this. Can I hear you now? Say something.
Hello.
All right, I can hear you.
No echo. Okay, so a couple things I wanted to point out that I was trying not to say at all. You see, we do, which when we talk to Eric Harrelson, he talks about those West Coast trips. In that first part of the season, we do 2 West Coast trips. We only have 1 in the second part of the season. There is a total of 9 back-to-backs in the schedule. 5 of them are pre the Olympics, 4 after the Olympics. And then that TBA is, of course, the outdoor game. I think they're just going to wait to see what kind of weather we're having. But I agree.
It's going to be like 9 o'clock at night. It's going to be a late one.
Yeah, I think that Philly at Philly, which is weird. It's been a while since the year after COVID. I think we played something like that. They had talked about doing a schedule that's going to start doing that. And then that second Philadelphia game, you have then a back-to-back against Pittsburgh. So, you got to imagine you see probably Vassy in that first Philly game, JoJo in that second Philly game, then Vassy in Pittsburgh would be my guess looking into the season, depending on, health, of course. And then we only have that one West Coast trip towards the end. But
Well, I mean, there's the Southern California trip at the end of the regular calendar year. And then you've got the trip to the mountains at the beginning of the year here in November. Honestly, and by the way, hi everyone, Karen and Stephanie. This is not the full podcast. We're just kind of looking at the schedule. This is my first time seeing the schedule. So far, man, I feel like we got a shit schedule here. If you take a look at our schedule, we have a lot of games on the road consecutively, and we don't have a lot at home. And even if we do have some a streak at home, they're sticking in one away game where we have to go to Washington, or we have to go to Florida, or we have to go to Carolina. So far, not very happy with the schedule makers with what I'm seeing on this schedule.
listen to this balance. So October, it's 6 home, 5 away, total of 11 games. November, 7 home, 7 away, 14 games. December, 7 home, 7 away, 14 games. January, 4 home, 9 away, 13 games total. February, 5 home, 1 away. So we only have that 1 away game in February, 6 total. March, 8 home, 8 away, 16 total. And then April, 4 and 4. And then it even breaks it down on the Lightning website by day of the week. Monday, you have 9 games. Tuesday, we have 16. Wednesday, we have 5 games. Thursday, we have 18 games. Friday, 4 games. Saturday, 21 games on Saturdays this year, and 9 Sunday games.
Yeah. All right. Just going through here, we got the Stadium Series. Man, that January is just like brutal here with these road games. And then we do have these at home, but it's kind of split up by the Olympics. So you see, we go from February 5th to February 25th between games. So it's really
6th to the 24th, they're off.
Yeah. And we'll have a lot of guys playing in the Olympics, obviously, too.
Yeah.
So some of these guys won't have any time off. But, again, on the road, Minnesota, Winnipeg, Toronto, Buffalo, home for 3, on the road for that West Coast Canada trip for 4, which, of course, you've got to kind of get all those games in while you can. And then we do see a nice little stretch here of, what is this, 7 home games in a row. So late March, early April.
6.
But man, that's like all. I mean, the season's going to be decided by then, and then 4 on the road, and then the last 2 at home: Detroit, New York Rangers. Yeah, at first glance, man, this is an awful schedule.
Yeah, you know what I find interesting though, and I think this has to do with the Lightning fan base, and that we open at home and we close at home. A lot of teams don't get that. Your very first game of the year is at home. We've seen where, we've opened up, and then 2 or 3 days later, we are somebody else's home opener. And now this is how many years in a row now that we have opened at home, and then the last game of the season is also at home. You don't usually see that in a lot of teams, and I think that I see everybody saying who makes these schedules and stuff. You're also going to have to take into fact what's going on in the area, things that might be going on, things that the arena might have been rented out for, and also these other teams, things that are available for them to play. But it's not the greatest. The only thing I do see that I like is that we don't have those long weeks in between. Which we saw this past year, where you played 4 games and then you were off for 6 days, and then you played 4 games. It seems like it's every 2 days, every 3 days.
Probably because the Olympics, right?
Yeah.
You can't. You're not going to have that much time in between. So yeah, I mean, it doesn't matter. A good team's gonna win enough games and make the playoffs anyway. But man, Yeah, my first impression is this is a rough schedule for the Bolts. Curious what everyone else thinks out there.
Stephanie's schedule's crap. Serena, I feel like they told Chat GPT just to make the shittiest schedule possible.
Yeah, it seems that way.
Our first game of the season last year was home.
Was it?
Last game.
Because the
Last
first
game
game was rescheduled.
Oh,
The
that's true.
Hurricane. We had a hurricane the first game of the season. So, but yeah, it's a tough schedule. I don't think the team's really looking at it that way. It's, got to play good teams. You got to win. You got to take road trips. But the NHL did not do them any favors. That's what I'm seeing here. For sure. Especially for having a Stadium Series team. Man, still a rough schedule.
I mean, I kind of like that. Can you put it back up one more time? Just from what happens in the off season, as much as some of these are like so close and back to backs, I like that beginning of the schedule. I think that's going to set a good tone all the way up.
4 of the first 6 games are on the road.
Yeah, but I think they're also winnable games, whether they're at home or I think coming into the Vegas one on October 26th here at Amalie, I think that they can get a good feel on this team. It's not like, I mean, you got Ottawa, New Jersey. Ottawa's going to be tough. New Jersey,
Both playoff teams.
right. Boston, I don't know if they did. We're going to see the return of Tanner Janot against us. Washington, yeah, and Mount Washington. They haven't announced it yet, but it's got to be Ovi's last year, so there's going to be a lot of in that building. Detroit, I think, is pretty easy. But Columbus, Chicago, and then Anaheim. I think going into that Vegas game, it's looking good for us. And then even in that January schedule, Philly, Pittsburgh, St. Louis, Dallas, San Jose, Chicago, Columbus. I think those group of games too. I think, on paper, depending on how we play, some things go out. I think that's a very good group of games for us that we could have lopsided points on that. Remember, it's all about points. So I think these games that are grouped together, it's going to be all about points. If you look at the points that are potentially, those can be some make it or break it little stretch of times.
I think the make it or break it is going to be right here from December 8th. Go to Toronto, play on allegedly, we think, national television against Toronto. And then 3 games after that on the road. And then you do have a nice little home stretch. Of course, they make us go down to Florida for a game in the middle of that. But then you end the year in Anaheim, you start the year in LA, San Jose, and then you've got that brutal stretch in January. I think we're gonna know by February 1st, by the Stadium Series, how good this team is, I think.
Yeah.
And what the playoffs are going to look like, which sucks because it looks like the end of our schedule this March is, got all the home games on it, including, where was it? Nashville, March 29th. Steven Stamkos returns to Amalie Arena for the second time. Did you have that one circled?
Of course.
Sunday, 5 o'clock, said the Kings.
I hate that the game in Nashville is on a Tuesday, because I definitely planned on going to Nashville again, but being on Tuesday.
Right at the beginning of the season, too.
I know.
Weird start time, 6:45 local. That's something must be going on for that game. Or no. Wait, yeah. No, it's 6:45 local. If it's 7:45 here, it would be 6:45 in Nashville. Weird. Really weird. All right, you got anything else about this? That's it, guys. This is not a full episode. This was just us wanting to take a look at the schedule here, and we will be back sometime in the next couple weeks. If you haven't watched the last episode, we're still we do have that one out there with Eric Erlinson. Put the clip out yesterday where we were talking about going back to a 1-8 playoff schedule. And I didn't realize until I actually did it yesterday that both of the Eastern and Western Conference Finals would have been in the first round if we did 1-8. So it's crazy. I'm actually going to fire up my Xbox and I'm going to simulate that playoffs to see how it would have been different. Maybe it's still Florida and Ohio Oilers that make it to the final. So that's a really great episode if you haven't checked that one out. We did join the Coastal Sports Network too. So you'll be seeing us on their broadcasts when we go live. Nothing really changes. We got a couple extra graphics on the screen and probably some more people watching with you guys. So now is the quiet time, really. There's really not going to be much going on until training camp sneaks up on us in the next couple months.
Well, you should have the didn't Eric say there's one more camp? Is it rookie camp?
Yeah.
And that's
I
where
don't follow that stuff.
They usually play at the Hertz Arena for that and stuff. It's usually Nashville, Carolina, Tampa, and Florida, Nashville, Tampa, and Carolina. They usually participate in that. Yeah. And then we'll have the training camp. I would expect some of these games, the times will probably get switched for, I would say, broadcasting times. They usually always do.
Yeah. All right. Well, hey, thanks for anyone that joined us live. Again, just a quick little episode to take a look at the schedule here. Now that it's out, you guys can plan your road trips. Thomas, do you have a number one spot for where you might want to go on the Thunderbolts road trip this season?
Real quick, Stephanie, do you think Howard will be demoted by the time we play the Oilers? No, and I guarantee you that arena boos him like crazy first time he touches it. I'm hoping for DC for the road trip this year.
Right out the gates?
No, I think we play them again later.
November 22nd. It's November 22nd or October 14th, so you better start planning. I know how you plan things.
Yeah, and then I think I'm going to Detroit on the 17th of October.
Right out the gate again. Wow.
So that's my birthday. So my birthday's the 14th. So I think that's going to be a gift to myself.
I thought we were doing a watch party.
For my birthday on the 14th, but then on the 17th, I'll go to.
Oh, okay. All right. I don't even know. I would like to go to a road game this season. Maybe I'll just join you guys in DC.
My niece wants me to go to Carolina again.
Nah. Boring.
And then
I don't know. I'm kind of intrigued by that West Coast trip kind of being during the holidays there. The New Year. December 31st, Anaheim. January 1st, LA. And then if you wanted to go up the coast, you got San Jose on Saturday, Jan 3rd. So that kind of stands out to me. But also, I still want to go to Utah. Utah, Sunday, November 2nd, day game. So you could be home by Monday. So. All right. Well, hey, we'll see you next month. Make sure you follow us on YouTube, Facebook, X, We the Thunder Pod. So you know next time we're going live, we'll probably grab a guest for August, but we'll do another episode here in August. Until then, this has been We the Thunder. Don't forget to be the Thunder.
Y'all ready for the storm? Been waiting all